Close your eyes. Imagine you're falling into the ocean. The sunlight disappears, the water turns black, and suddenly, you're completely alone. No light, no sound, just endless darkness. Somewhere below you, something is moving. We think we know our planet, but here's the truth. Humans have explored more of space than the deep ocean. Even today, over 80% of the ocean remains unexplored. So, what is still hiding below? The ocean covers more than 70% of our planet, yet most of it remains completely unexplored. It's strange, isn't it? We can send spacecraft millions of kilometers into space, but we still know surprisingly little about the world beneath our own waves. The deeper you go, the more dangerous it becomes. Sunlight slowly fades until it disappears completely. Beyond a certain depth, there is no sunrise, no sunset, only endless darkness. Then comes the pressure. At the deepest parts of the ocean, the pressure is so extreme that it can crush ordinary equipment in an instant. Every few meters you descend, the force around you increases, making exploration one of the greatest engineering challenges on Earth. Even modern submarines can reach only a handful of these places. That's why huge areas of the deep ocean have never been seen by human eyes. Imagine standing in a place where no light has ever reached, where no human has ever walked, and where every shadow could be hiding a life form we've never discovered. And that's exactly why the deep ocean remains one of Earth's greatest unsolved mysteries. Welcome to the Midnight Zone. This is the part of the ocean that begins roughly 1 kilometer below the surface. Down here, sunlight never reaches, not for a single second. It doesn't matter if it's noon or midnight above the waves. Here, it's always dark. Imagine living your entire life without ever seeing the sun, the moon, or even a single ray of light. For us, that sounds impossible. But for millions of deep-sea creatures, it's completely normal. At first, scientists believed almost nothing could survive in this endless darkness, but every expedition proved them wrong. Instead of sunlight, many creatures create their own light. This incredible ability is called bioluminescence. Inside their bodies, special chemical reactions produce glowing blue or green light. Some use these glowing lights to communicate with others. Some use them to attract prey, and others use them to disappear, blending into the faint light from above to avoid predators. One of the most famous examples is the anglerfish. Hanging from its head is a tiny glowing lure. In the darkness, curious fish swim closer, believing they've found food. But the moment they get close enough, it's already too late. And the anglerfish is only one example. Scientists continue to discover strange jellyfish, transparent sea cucumbers, glowing squid, and creatures unlike anything found on land. Some have enormous eyes to catch the smallest traces of light. Others have almost no eyes at all, because in complete darkness, eyesight is no longer useful. Every mission into the Midnight Zone reveals species that science has never documented before, which raises an incredible question. If we continue discovering new life almost every time we explore, what else is still waiting in the darkness? But strange creatures aren't the only mystery hidden beneath the waves. In 1997, scientists heard a sound so powerful, it sparked theories about giant unknown creatures. It became known as the Bloop. If discovering strange creatures wasn't unsettling enough, the ocean had another mystery waiting. In 1997, deep beneath the Pacific Ocean, underwater listening stations picked up a sound unlike anything they had recorded before. The signal was incredibly powerful. It traveled across thousands of kilometers of ocean, and it became known by a simple name, the Bloop. When scientists first heard it, nobody knew what had produced it. The sound didn't match earthquakes, volcanoes, or any known marine animal. As news spread, people's imaginations took over. Some believed it came from a giant, undiscovered sea creature, something far larger than any whale ever recorded. Movies, books, and internet theories turned the Bloop into one of the ocean's greatest legends. But science doesn't stop at guesses. Researchers kept studying the recording, comparing it with years of underwater data. Eventually, they reached the most likely explanation. The mysterious sound was probably created by a massive ice quake, when enormous Antarctic icebergs cracked, shifted, or broke apart beneath the ocean. Even if the mystery was mostly solved, the Bloop left behind an important lesson. Our oceans are so vast and so unexplored that when something unusual happens, we often don't have an answer right away. And that's exactly what makes the deep sea so fascinating. Every strange sound, every unexplained discovery reminds us how much of our own planet is still unknown. But mysterious sounds aren't the only surprises waiting below. Almost every deep-sea expedition discovers creatures that no human has ever seen before. So, what else is still hiding in the darkness? The deeper scientists explored, the stranger life became. And with almost every mission, they found animals that had never been seen before. Even today, researchers continue discovering new marine species almost every year. Many of them live so deep beneath the ocean that no human had ever witnessed them until modern technology finally reached those depths. Some are completely transparent, their organs visible through their bodies. Others produce flashes of blue or green light using a remarkable ability called bioluminescence. In a place where sunlight has never existed, creating your own light can mean the difference between life and death. Some glowing creatures use their light to communicate. Others use it to confuse predators or to lure curious prey into a deadly trap. Perhaps the most legendary creature of them all is the giant squid. For centuries, sailors returned with unbelievable stories of enormous tentacled monsters rising from the depths and attacking ships. Most people dismissed those stories as myths, born from fear and imagination. Then, in 2004, scientists captured the first photographs of a living giant squid in its natural habitat. Years later, they even recorded one on video. The monster of old legends turned out to be real. Today, we know giant squids can grow to incredible lengths, with massive eyes designed to detect the faintest traces of light in the deep sea. Yet, despite everything we've learned, they remain among the most mysterious animals on Earth because encounters with them are still incredibly rare. And the giant squid is only one example. Every expedition into the deep ocean reveals fish with transparent heads, glowing jellyfish, strange octopuses, and creatures so unusual that they almost look like visitors from another planet. Which makes you wonder, if scientists are still discovering entirely new species today, after centuries of exploration, then what else is still waiting in the darkness? But perhaps the greatest mystery of all isn't a creature. It's a place so deep, so hostile, that only a handful of humans have ever reached it. Welcome to the Mariana Trench. But perhaps the greatest mystery of all isn't a creature. It's a place so deep, so hostile, that even today, very few humans have ever reached it. Welcome to the Mariana Trench. Hidden in the western Pacific Ocean, the Mariana Trench is the deepest known place on Earth. Its deepest point, called Challenger Deep, reaches nearly 11 kilometers below the ocean's surface. To understand just how deep that is, imagine placing Mount Everest inside the trench. Even the world's tallest mountain would still be covered by more than a kilometer of water. Down here, the pressure is almost impossible to imagine. It is more than 1,000 times greater than the air pressure we experience at sea level. That crushing force is powerful enough to destroy ordinary submarines in moments. Only a handful of specially built vehicles have ever survived the journey to the bottom. And because reaching these depths is so difficult, only a very small number of people have ever visited Challenger Deep. Yet, even in this seemingly impossible environment, life exists. Scientists have discovered tiny organisms, unusual fish, and other deep-sea creatures surviving under conditions once thought impossible for any living thing. Every expedition brings back new discoveries, but also new questions. How many species are still waiting to be found? What ecosystems exist beyond the reach of our cameras? And if the deepest place on Earth remains only partially explored, what else could still be hidden beneath those endless layers of darkness? Perhaps the greatest mystery isn't what we've discovered. It's everything we haven't. After everything we've discovered today, one incredible fact still remains. We've mapped the surface of Mars in greater detail than large parts of our own ocean. Scientists estimate that more than 80% of Earth's oceans are still unexplored. That means countless species may still be waiting to be discovered. Entire ecosystems may still exist beyond our reach, and some of our planet's greatest secrets could still be hidden beneath the waves. Maybe the ocean's biggest mystery isn't a terrifying creature. It's the simple fact that we've only just begun to explore it. So the next time you look out across the ocean, remember this: the greatest mystery on Earth may still be waiting below. If you enjoy real mysteries, hidden places, and incredible discoveries backed by science, subscribe to Wild Untold. Because every week, we uncover another mystery that will change the way you see our planet. Until the next mystery, stay curious,